Hi guys, Iron Cameraman here. Yesterday, while I was doing the investigation video, a question came to mind. Why has no one discussed in detail what was on Dafuq's desktop during Steak's stream? I have a theory as to why. There wasn't much there apart from Part 3 of Episode 77, and since Part 3 has already been released, the topic became less relevant, and not many people felt it was worth making a video on. However, after digging deeper, I realized there's actually information about the next episodes as well, beyond Part 3, specifically about the secret agent and the Astro Toilets and their missions. But that's not all. There are still a few mysteries in the third part of Episode 77. We still haven't figured out how TV Man Titan was able to repair itself. The shot was powerful, and the TV literally shattered. But later, it reassembled itself like a Lego set. That's great, of course, but no one except for Dafuq knows what awaits us in Episode 80 or even Episode 90. Or do they already know? Many of us, including myself, already have an idea of what's going to happen in those episodes, since Boom showed us. But no one noticed the new race, secret evidence, Michael Bay's appearance in the series, and the return of the Cameraman Titan. As you can guess, today's going to be intense. Let's not delay. Let's dive in. Before talking about the future of the series, let's take a moment to reflect on the past, because to move forward, we must look back, right? If we think logically, the Titans of each race should combine all the technologies of their race, and sometimes they even borrow inventions from others. As we know, one of the key abilities of TV Woman is controlling beings through her TV. It's not just a simple glow, but something like a parasite. You might recall how she would latch onto the necks of her opponents with her TV and take control of them. So, if we assume that the abilities of TV Men could be incorporated into the Titan, why can't TV Man take control of the Juggernaut or any other Astro Toilet? In theory, you don't even need to kill them. You could use their own hands to kill other Astro Toilets while the rest of the TV Man Titan's body is upgrading somewhere at the base. It's very convenient. So why doesn't the TV Man Titan use this ability? Maybe Boom simply forgot about it, which could be considered a plot hole. Or he doesn't have this ability, and it's unique to TV Woman, like the teleport cancellation of Big TV Man, or the glowing TVs of the Scientist and TV Daddy. This all likely leads to the conclusion that the TV Man Titan simply doesn't possess this power. Staying on the topic of the TV Man Titan, I'd like to mention his passive ability, which benefits not only him, but also his comrades. As we saw in the third part of Episode 77, after his main screen was damaged, the TV Man Titan didn't fall apart or break. While the screen was cracked, over time, it gradually healed, almost returning to its normal state. The serious cracks disappeared. But what caused this quick and easy recovery? Some might think of astro technology or a new development, but that's not the case. If we recall earlier episodes, we've seen something similar with another Titan, Speaker Man, in Part 1 of Episode 70. When the TV Man Titan transferred part of his energy to his comrade, you could see how the right speaker on the chest of Speaker Man went back into place, and red energy particles appeared around it. You can even notice the process. Here, take a look. If we look at the overall condition of the Speaker Titan, it improved significantly after receiving the TV Titan's energy. From this, we can assume that TV Man energy is capable of repairing small damage to its host, slightly boosting its power. It's a pity it can't heal completely. If it could, that would be yet another overpowered ability in the TV Men's arsenal. Still, even repairing small parts is an advantage in a long battle. All right, let's move on to a more interesting topic. As you know, the number 10124 turned out to be a marketing tactic to promote Skibidi Toilet merchandise. It didn't carry any significant meaning in terms of the plot, even in the multiverse. I had already suspected this in my last video about 10124, since, as you may recall, Dafuq told me in that video that the number 10124 doesn't relate to the series' plot. Even though many were disappointed by this, Dafuq Boom still left something interesting for us. In the YouTube community tab, he posted a picture, seemingly about the toys. Nothing special, right? But there's hidden text on the picture that's hard to find. Still, it's possible to spot it, and the text says, "A hidden menace waits in the shadows." What could that mean in this context? We see these words on a poster with sets that include agents and toilets. Skibidi is written all over the place. I'm not sure if we should search for the meaning of this phrase on the poster itself, or if it refers to something else. After thinking and reviewing the poster several times, I realized there's probably nothing important besides the text. So I decided to analyze each word, starting with the phrase, hidden menace. In the past, when we heard something like this, we thought of the Astro Toilets, but this time it's more interesting. Who's hiding now, so to speak? The chair, the flower, Dafuq, and the cameraman Titan, who is hiding from the Astro Toilets. Let's start from the end. The cameraman Titan doesn't really pose a threat, and the flower hasn't shown itself as a plot character, unlike the chair. The chair, on the contrary, has been trying to help the agents, as seen in episode 76. It also appeared recently, so it's too early to make conclusions about its intentions. Finally, there's the secret agent, who only leaves behind clues and is the main candidate for the hidden menace. Now, let's continue the phrase. Hidden menace waits in the shadows. After these words, all the other options, except for the secret agent, are eliminated. He's been waiting in the shadows for a long time, watching. In fact, it's only recently that he started to act in the series, so there's no doubt this phrase refers to him. But how could someone who helped the agents and Skibidi Toilets gain power to fight off the Astro Toilets become the main threat? The most striking thing is that the secret agent is hiding from both sides of the conflict. At first glance, he rarely helps those he once protected, which shows a disregard for the lives of his own fighters. We also saw him at key strategic locations, like the Alpha Hills laboratory, where the cameraman's energy was discovered. This says a lot. This man is everywhere, yet no one sees him. He helps, but doesn't interfere. The phrase we saw on the poster points directly to this character. And if we recall one of Dafuq's answers about the future of the series and the new arc after the Astro Toilets, it becomes clear that the secret agent could very well become the main antagonist. But I think it would be interesting to discuss what he's planning to do, right? A while ago, Steak showed a screenshot of Boom's desktop. There were many folders and files that, unfortunately, we missed. The very first file was titled Secret Agent, and next to it were files named Plan to Conquer Earth and All Humans Must Die. Let's think about this together. These two phrases could relate to either the Astro Toilets or Dafuq himself. Here's why. The Plan to Conquer Earth is literally what the Astro Toilets are doing right now. As for All Humans Must Die, it takes us back to part 1 of episode 77, where the Astro Toilets mercilessly killed humans without trial or investigation. From this, we can conclude that this likely refers to the Astro Toilets. That might be true, but still, Dafuq is a very secretive figure, and what he wants after defeating the Astro Toilets could be to take control of Earth. Actually, not just take control, he's already created robots from humans over whom he has full authority. The phrase, all humans must die, could also refer to the secret agent. As I mentioned earlier, humans likely wouldn't willingly agree to become robots. This must have happened because there were no other options. We know from films and real life how people fight for their freedom. So it's possible that this phrase might be said by the secret agent himself in the future. The phrase sounds like something someone would say, and I doubt it would come from an Astro Toilet, as they seem to kill people simply because they cross their path. From all of this, we can conclude that the first file probably relates more to the Astro Toilets, while the second one hints at the secret agent. But we'll find out for sure in future episodes. By the way, the plot for these episodes is already laid out, if we believe the file on Dafuq Boom's desktop that literally says, plot for episodes 80-90. What might be in there, we unfortunately don't know, but we can speculate. Aside from this folder and the previous ones, there are also these: New Race, Michael Bay, Return of the Titans, and Hot Chair Photos. Before I forget, let me remind you that through my detective work, I managed to retrieve the contents of the Hot Chair Photos folder, and I showcased them in this video. So after watching this one, I suggest you check that out. Besides the Hot Chair Photos, I also solved the mystery of Dafuq's kidnapping and death, so don't miss it. Anyway, these text files, which revolve around the plot of episodes 80-90, could be key to the main plot twists in that range of episodes. In one of those episodes, we might learn about the Astro Toilet's plan to conquer Earth. As for Michael Bay, he will likely appear as a reference, much like the Egg and Michael Jackson. The return of the Titan could mean that the Cameraman Titan will finally come back in these episodes, which means he won't appear in Part 4 of Episode 77, as expected. But that's still unclear. For now, bye-bye, friends.